Hello everyone. Today we are going to look at how Java handles unexpected errors and learn how we can create our own custom exceptions to keep our code running smoothly. Let us see what is compile time error and runtime error. Compile time error occurs when there is a syntax or semantic mistake in the code that prevents it from being compiled, such as missing semicolons, incorrect data types, or undeclared variables. Whereas runtime errors occur during the execution of the program, such as dividing by zero or accessing an invalid array index or calling a function that doesn't actually exist. These are all come under runtime errors. To handle runtime errors, we use the concept of exception handling. Exception handling in Java is a mechanism ensuring that the normal flow of a program is maintained. It allows developers to manage errors gracefully without terminating the application unexpectedly. Exception handling is primarily achieved by using try, catch, and finally block. Try block encloses the risky code that might fail or throw an exception. Example, dividing by zero, reading a missing file. Catch block contains the code that only gets executed if an error occurs inside the try block. It intercepts the error message so you can log it or display a user-friendly message. Final block is an optional block that gets executed after the try and catch block finish execution. It's making it ideal for cleanup tasks like closing database connections.
This program demonstrates try, catch and finally block. Inside the main method, I have created two variables a and b and initialized a with 10 and b with 0. If I try to divide a by b, that is to divide 10 by 0, this causes an arithmetic exception because a number cannot be divided by 0. As I already knew this line will fail or produce exception, I kept this line inside the try block. Using the catch block, I catches and handles an exception that occurs in the try block. Here, I have mentioned arithmetic exception. It is a predefined class. This tells that the catch will only handles the exception of type arithmetic. And I have created an object E for that class arithmetic exception. It stores the information about that error. Using e.getMessage, I can print the type of error occurred. Now, finally is the optional block. It is used to print what the user had given inside that block. Now, let's compile and run the above Java code. In the output, it doesn't alter the program. It just simply handles the arithmetic exception that is caused inside the try block.
User defined exception in Java is an exception defined by the user to handle specific application requirements. These exceptions extend either the exception class or the runtime exception class. There are two types in user defined exceptions. One is checked and other one is unchecked. The checked exception extend the exception class, whereas the unchecked exception extend runtime exception, and they are not checked by the compiler, so they don't need to be declared or handled. They usually represent programming errors or invalid operations.
This program demonstrates custom exception handling in Java. Normally, Java provides built-in exceptions like arithmetic exception and null pointer exception, but sometimes we need to create our own exception for specific situation. In this program, a custom exception named invalid age exception is created to check whether a person's age is valid for voting. The check age method checks the age entered by the user. If the age is less than 18, it throws the custom exception, invalid age exception, with the message you must be 18 or older. If the age is 18 or above, it prints you are eligible for vote. The main method calls check age inside the try block. The function call is put inside the try block as we know that the check age method will throw an error, and this error is handled by using the catch block. It prints the error message that is given inside the invalid age exception. Now let's compile and run the above code. If I run the above code, it is printing you must be 18 or older. So it is the message the user want to print if the age is less than 18. So this is called as custom exception handling because the programmer creates and handles their own exception instead of using only Java's built-in exceptions. Thank you.